Hey fam, welcome back to this week's episode of Sweet Talk. I'm Blake.
I'm Libby.
I'm Charlotte.
And this week we are talking about
How the moon is made of cheese.
how Walt Disney is frozen under the parks.
And the Lockness Monster.
Guys, Tabitha is actually not here this week because she is somewhere else right now, but she's coming back next week.
She'll be here for her state special.
So let's begin. I'm gonna need somebody's phone because I don't remember all of my points.
I got
You can use mine
And I
or
sent
Blake's.
it to
Never
the
mind.
thing. Okay, so basically my point is that the moon is made of cheese. So before we get into it, I'm just gonna list off the snacks that we have. We got some popcorn that is probably over.
It's a little bit burnt.
We have a chewy granola bar. We got some chocolate Teddy Grahams, Sour Patch Kids, Nerds Clusters, Doritos, and then we got a big bag of candy. And we have melted Junior Mints.
Yum.
So yeah.
Pass the Teddy Grahams.
Um,
Por favor.
So my firstly, I just wanted to say that the idea that the moon is made of cheese originated in 1546 when the Proverbs of John Haywood claimed that the moon was made of a green cheese. Now, the moon looks like it could be made of like provolone, maybe some mozzarella.
Maybe some Swiss, who
A
knows?
little mix of each. But apparently
definitely not
it started to be green cheese. Now, everybody's like, hey, but it would be moldy, you know?
Blue cheese is like literally molded cheese.
What is
Yeah, that is
green
true.
cheese?
But I don't really know. But we're just gonna, I don't know. But my first point, like the holes or like the goiters, so to say, that looks like how, like, you know how like, what is it, Swiss? Is it Swiss?
Yeah, with the holes in
With
it?
the holes, it could be that. And it
Okay.
could just be like holes.
So like they're not craters, they're just cheese
just
holes.
cheese holes. And then, also, so when green cheese, I looked it up. I didn't think about looking up like what kind of cheese is green cheese, but when green cheese gets moldy, it gets like a bluey-ish color.
So like blue cheese.
So the moon, like at night, it's kind of like a whitey bluey color, you know. So I was thinking that's probably why that happens.
Because it's blue cheese.
It's
I don't know if
literally
it's blue cheese. I don't know if it's blue cheese because blue cheese is like all crumbly and everything, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but it's got some
sometimes I mean,
craters
like,
and some little wrinkles on it.
yes,
It could
because it
be
has
just like-
cheese holes, so it
What
could
if
be.
it's just a mixture of like, every single cheese to exist?
Yes, and also we've never, like, from my knowledge, the humans have never seen the other side of the moon, right?
Yeah.
So
What if it's just
it
fresh,
could just
clean
be
cheese?
literally like cheese.
Just like Parmesan, just like
Yeah.
in a
Sprinkled
ball.
on there.
You know those little clumps of Parmesan you get in the container?
Yes,
That's literally
yes.
the moon.
Okay, also, food, I don't know if it works for cheese, but food, it can be preserved by taking away oxygen and then replacing it with nitrogen. And the outer space has nitrogen in the air. I guess it's not air, in the,
Vacuum.
yeah,
And
in the
like the-
vacuum seal thing, there's nitrogen. So that's that.
How many points do you have, Libby?
I have only one more.
Okay.
And then also, the moon, okay, this one is a little scientific-y. So,
Well,
get
we're
ready for
actually
that.
using science in our podcast.
Never allowed ever.
Sorry, guys, sorry. The moon's seismic velocity, which is basically how fast, like, the sound vibrations travel, and just, like, the vibrations overall travel, is a lot different from any other, like, rocks or planets or anything. So, I'm thinking that's because it's cheese. Guys, that was
That's so
really
fast.
fast.
Yours
I went so fast.
Yeah.
Last time it
Remember
was like
last-
10 minutes.
No, I had to like.
Okay, you guys can talk. I have to go fix something on our recording.
Okay.
Okay, do you want me to go next, Blake?
Can I go
Blake?
next? Can I go next?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I guess.
What are you doing?
Naming us.
Okay. So, I'm talking about how the conspiracy that Walt Disney, like his head, maybe not his full body, but his head,
Like specifically the head.
yeah, is frozen underneath the park in California.
I've seen that before. Like
yeah,
on social media.
I've
People
seen
know
so
about
much
it.
of it. So like, supposedly before he died, he became like really obsessed with the idea of cryogenic freezing, which is pretty much like injecting chemicals to like freeze your body. And even like it only became a thing like after he died, really.
Yeah.
And like right now, we don't have the science to like bring someone back from being frozen, but the people who do get frozen are like,
Say something.
Charlotte Wright is amazing. It'll show up. Yeah, there it is.
Okay. Maybe I'm just really quiet then. Okay.
Ow. It's also really small.
yeah. Okay, we have to pause for a second. So like the people who became obsessed with the freezing were like hoping that they would have the science in the future to bring them back from being frozen. But so people have actually speculated that the movie Frozen was a cover up. Like it was a cover story because before it came out, when you looked up Disney Frozen, it would come up with all the conspiracies about like Walt Disney being frozen. But now if you look it up, it's it's like pages upon pages upon pages of all about the movie. And I mean, like, some people think the rumor was also a marketing strategy started by the Disney company. Because think about it, every time you look up Disney Frozen, it comes up with the movie, which would make it like more
Like
promoted.
people aren't gonna see that his head is.
But what if you
Yeah,
looked
but
up Walt
the
Disney
marketing-
Frozen?
Then it's
I'll
probably
look it
gonna
up
come up the
right
same
now.
thing because I mean Walt Disney Company.
Yeah, but okay.
These are some good Sour Patch
Mm.
Kids.
No, I want them.
Fine, I'll
And the
give you them.
bar.
Here you go. I'm gonna go run over to Charlotte.
So like, actually, when you look up Walt Disney Frozen, it comes up with the legend.
Conspiracy.
And
Yeah, like if you look up his full name,
Oh,
like
wait,
they're gonna
wait,
need to make
wait.
a movie called
Oh my
Walt
god,
Frozen.
look at that. It
Oh.
shows pictures of like what it would look like if his head was frozen.
Ew.
If his head was like found frozen.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
He looks really chubby.
Okay, bye.
Yeah,
Walt
so-
Disney. You're gonna get sued.
Half a century like onwards, it's still like it's been half a century since the rumor started, pretty much.
Only?
That's what it says on
He
here.
died in 2009.
Well then, yeah, I don't know.
Or maybe like the rumor started that he was planning on
Yeah,
raising his head.
Before he died, that was the rumor.
Well, half a century. Isn't a century
A century?
10 years?
Yeah.
100 years.
Wait, what?
A
Blake said a
century
year.
is 100 years.
I didn't say a year. Half a century is like 10 years. No,
Half
That's
a
a
century is
decade.
15 years.
a century is
50
50,
years.
yeah.
Oh! So,
So-
half a century is 50. So, this was like 1970.
Yeah, the rumor started before he died. That he
Like way before he died.
Yeah, it was supposed to be before. I mean, it was supposed to be
My shoes are off.
like a lot of like it's false, but
Are we sure that?
well, yeah, we're not sure, but all of like critics and stuff say it's false. But
They could just be
the
covering
claim
it
has been that Disney had
Ew.
arranged
up. Sorry,
to
my Sour
be
Patch.
frozen in a chamber of liquid nitrogen after he died, or
Liquid
before.
nitrogen. That's what nitrogen keeps. Preserves things, just like
Yeah.
the moon, which is cheese.
Also, it's like he did it like before he died, because he was diagnosed with like a very
Cancer.
aggressive lung cancer that spread
Mhm.
throughout his entire body.
Really? I did not know that.
This
Yeah.
is really depressing. I feel like this is
I
a lot
know.
more depressing than last week.
It's fine, but like, so the thing is, if he was like, hey, maybe if I freeze before I die, and they come out with like stuff to be, to like preserve my body, and so I don't because right now they don't have any way to like unfreeze and keep alive the people that have gone into cryonic freezing or cryogenic. Sorry.
So what would happen if they
were like
taken out of the nitrogen?
They
What would happen?
would probably die.
Well, they're already dead, Blake.
Well, the thing is, like, but they wouldn't, like, they would stay dead. They wouldn't come back.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Shut up, Libby.
Yeah, what? What?
Like, what?
The thing is, if the people that froze themselves
Oh, ew, this is like
wanted to wait until the future to see if they came out with, like,
alive?
no, if they, like,
What?
came out with science that would, like, bring them back from being frozen.
Oh, like Captain America? Like, you know how
Yeah.
he was in the ice for 70 years and he came
Yes,
out, like,
yes.
perfectly
So
fine?
what I'm thinking, personally, is that Walt Disney froze himself in hopes
Oh my God.
that in the future they would come out with a way to unfreeze him and bring him back to life and
Oh.
a cure for his cancer.
I would love that. That
And you
would
know
be
who
so
owns Captain America now?
Walt
freaking Disney.
Disney!
That is so.
Freaking
Wait,
Disney.
whoa, that was wait.
Maybe
'Cause
it's
on
a
Disney
sign.
Plus. It's a sign. They know things.
This popcorn is like really burnt.
Which
It's
Disney
literally
came
black.
first? Didn't Disneyland come first?
Yeah, Disney.
The
So
Disney in
wouldn't he be
California.
buried in Disneyland?
Yeah, doesn't it say that he was under?
He said he
Disneyland?
was under in the Disneyland in California.
Yeah, under Disneyland.
Does it
No.
say like which part? Can you look that up real
The
quick?
one in California.
No, like
Okay,
what
but, like,
part?
Magic,
Like
animal.
it could be like freaking. Wait, what's the
It would probably be Magic Kingdom.
But
'Cause
yeah,
that was
but
the
look it
first one.
up. Ew, this is so burnt. It's actually pretty good. It's like literally, the popcorn's literally black.
In our other podcast, I had to edit out Libby saying "ew" like 4 times. So
Yeah. Guys, I'm gonna edit this week's episode.
Okay.
yeah.
Next week. And then, well, me and Blake are. We can just split it in half.
Yeah.
And then Tabitha and Charlotte are gonna do next one. So, if this
It
one
doesn't
is
say
better
where
than
he
next
would
one.
be frozen under. It just says where his grave site is.
So, yeah, you're right. It probably
So
would
do you
be
think if they like
better.
totally tomb raided him, like he wouldn't be in there?
Maybe.
Are you a believer?
No, well,
What if
his
he's,
body
like-
would, his head wouldn't.
Yeah, like just like head,
It's just
like,
his head.
headless, like
He's
just
the headless
corpse.
horseman.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Sir Nicholas. Anyways,
Yes,
Okay.
Harry Potter. Okay, I feel like
Okay.
this is gonna be so short.
Moving
Alright,
on.
it is
to
my
the next
turn.
topic.
okay.
We have 10 minutes.
So my segment is on the Lockness Monster. Blake, remember to lean back when you chew. Alright. So my segment is on the Lockness Monster, and so basically, like the rumors started. Blake, remember to absolutely leave the room. Stop doing ASMR right now, Libby. It's gonna show up, and I'm gonna have to edit it out. You're
no,
gonna have to
I'm
edit it out.
editing this one.
Ew, turn it all the way up and make it into like an ASMR little thing.
Guys, we should have an ASMR segment if we have time at the end of this.
Ugh, that stuff makes me gag. Anyway, so Loch Ness Monster. Basically, so this story originates, or you know, Loch Ness Monster, Nessie.
Wait,
So what, Libby?
Okay, wait, I just wanted to say one thing. I was watching a show with my dad one time, and it said that there were portals in the lake that, like, the Loch Ness Monster came from, like when the dinosaurs were
Wait.
around, and then came here, like, through the portals in the lake.
Guys,
I saw that on the show.
were you the kids that were always like, I don't know if you were, but I was one of the kids that was always interested in like conspiracies. Like I was
Me too.
interested in like chupacabras.
There was a girl in first grade who was like,
Chupacabras they're real,
Well,
aren't they?
yeah, but
yeah,
like,
don't they like eat goats?
Yeah.
but like the scary ones where like they're all like eating people.
Skinwalkers,
Oh, yeah.
they're like
Oh
people,
my God.
they're people who are like, with like sticks outside your house, and they're like crazy people.
Bro, Scooby-Doo was full
Yes,
of
it was also
conspiracy.
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby Doo made me like this.
My dad made me
Scooby-Doo
watch
Mystery
all these
Incorporated.
shows. One girl in first grade was like, Bigfoot isn't real. And she was like, my mom told me that because I was scared. And I was like, yes, it is. And I got in trouble because I literally started like a full-on debate. Okay, go.
Like, and Santa's not real too. BT dubs.
Yes.
Anyway, so basically this story originates in Loch Ness, Scotland.
Scotland.
It originates in Scotland and Scotland. So basically, like the rumor started in 1933. 1933. Shut up.
I just burped in the microphone.
Ew! Don't edit it out.
I won't.
Like for the intro music, it'll just be like your burp like extended.
Reverb.
Just like oh.
Reverb of the burp.
Infinite reverb.
Anyway, so basically, Loch Ness, Scotland, in April of 1933, a couple saw a quote gigantic monster, and they related it to a dragon or a prehistoric animal.
Prehistoric.
So they literally.
Dinosaurs.
Libby's a prehistoric animal.
But then other okay, so then everybody was like seeing Loch Ness Monster. People were like, oh my gosh, it's real. And so the first photograph of the Loch Ness Monster was taken the year after in 1934 by Robert
Wait, guys.
Kennett.
There's
Sorry.
all over my hand.
When I was in like first grade,
Oh my
Morgan
god.
used to have like the books of like all of like the stuff I was into. So they had one on the Loch Ness Monster. That was one of my favorite. I also did you guys ever read like the most haunted house?
Yes, I literally cried every night because of it. Oh, we have to
Okay,
let Charlotte
continue.
finish though because
Guys, we have 5 minutes.
yeah.
So basically, the first photograph was taken in 1934 by Robert Kenneth. And so basically, you know, the thing, Nessie lives in Loch Ness Lake, which has a depth of 788 feet.
Oh my.
And a length of 23 miles, so that's definitely big enough for a monster. And so, you know how in the pictures, like, it shows like a little squiggle out of the water?
Yeah.
Is that the head or the butt?
I think it's the neck.
It's the
The
butt.
head.
So,
No,
like,
it's
is
not.
this small little squiggle, like, is that the
I
entire
think it's
monster?
its head. Like
Like, what
no.
if it's, like, super small and
No,
everyone's like,
it's
ginormous?
No, it's like a stegosaurus. Isn't that like the kind of dinosaur with the long neck? It's like a giraffe, but like the giraffe
But it's got a
dinosaur.
little neck.
But it just has flippers instead of feet.
Flippers? I always thought that it was like a giant snake. That's how
No,
I imagined
it's
it, like
not.
that
It literally-
ginormous snake.
It's literally like the dinosaur. Like the
I'm gonna
giraffe
look up a
dinosaur.
picture of the Loch Ness Monster.
You're gonna be so like full body.
Okay, so Loch Ness Monster drawing. So we're gonna go to a drawing.
walk to State Street.
Okay, I still have to step my.
Ew! You're right. Why does it have flippers? It's so weird. It's like a dinosaur with no legs. It's just flippers.
That's what I
That's
just said.
disgusting. That's so gross. But anyway, so basically, so in the 21st century now, guess how much money it makes a year? Like just like for tourists.
How much?
Take a guess, like one.
10 million.
Do you want to guess, Blake?
Wait, what was the question?
How much money does the Loch Ness Monster bring in a year?
Oh my god, it has to be over 10 million.
Yeah, definitely.
I literally just said that.
Over. You said just 10 million.
That's so different.
Oh my god.
It's $80 million a year.
No
oh my
way.
god.
Yeah,
what?
from like tourists buying like Loch Ness Monster stuffed animals and stuff. And so basically, my
What?
source was Britannica.com. And so if you want to find out more about the Loch Ness Monster, go to Britannica.com with 2 N's.
Lizzie?
Yes. Yeah, it's really burnt. Wait, guys, we need to have a bad candy. Does anybody want to try my
I wanna
melted junior mints?
I do. I love
I
junior
want to try
mints.
that popsicle.
Libby has Tootsie Rolls, and I want one.
Oh, give me one.
Tootsie roll.
I need
I'm a
a Tootsie
Tootsie
Roll for
Roll
after I try this
enthusiast.
lollipop. Okay,
Oh,
so we're
it's
gonna have a
patriotic.
It's a
segment-
lollipop popsicle.
We're gonna have a segment
Not again.
where we try really gross candy, or candy that looks really gross.
So, currently, this junior mint is oily. Should I
They were
eat it
melted
anyways?
together. Eat it, eat
It's
it, eat it, eat
melted.
it, eat it.
There's like 4 in the box, and
Pop
they're all like
it.
at the bottom. Ew, I don't want to eat it.
No,
You just
you
got
were
one
just a
more.
volunteer.
I know, but I didn't think they were gonna be oily.
Okay, so I have a popsicle lollipop that I don't know how to open.
Charlotte, don't throw my junior mints.
Oh my god, they're not gonna get any worse than they already are.
Okay, we have 2 minutes.
Charlotte, keep talking about the Loch Ness Monster.
I need to conclude.
Yeah, conclude, but conclude the Lockness Monster, then conclude the podcast.
Open.
All right,
So I can try
fam.
this really gross lollipop.
Okay,
I
5
think it
seconds
might
of
be-
silence. I need to finish chewing.
Okay. Wait. Can I use my teeth? Are you gonna be grossed out? I don't care.
Okay.
Sorry.
Thank you so much for watching this episode.
Wait,
We have to do our segment on gross candy.
Conclude the Loch Ness Monster real quick.
I did.
We have to
No,
do
you
gross
didn't.
candy.
Did you say all your points?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pull.
All right, gross
I'm
candy
pulling.
with Libby. She's
Gross
trying
candy with Blake.
No,
with Blake
yeah,
and Libby.
It's not even gonna be bad. It's gonna be good.
It's a popsicle
That
that's a
smells
lollipop.
weird.
I'll
Why
try.
is the stick so
The
long?
I'm
stick
gonna
is
get
like
some Whoppers.
abnormally long.
Whoppers are like my least favorite candy ever.
Okay.
I'm gonna try some of these.
How is it?
It's a lollipop. It's not bad.
It tastes like watermelon,
Oh,
but it's really strong. Like, do you know when you taste something that it goes to your nose, and like you can kind of smell it as you taste it?
No.
Like-
I might have a Whopper that's probably gonna be really bad because I hate Whoppers.
It tastes like a watermelon
Raw.
something.
Libby
Anyway,
keeps chewing it
let's
like
con-
in
let's
the-
let's stop because we have a minute. So
Yeah,
We have to
Conclude.
close.
yeah, let's go.
All right. 5 seconds of silence.
Why?
Because then we can edit it in better. Okay, ready?
Hey,
One.
no.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of Sweet Talk. We hope you had as much fun as we did. Make sure you catch next week's episode where we talk about the states.
State special.
State special, like
Guys, can
Iowa
I take
and
the Sour
South.
Patch Kids home?
Oh my God, Blake.
I'm sorry. Go.
Like how we talk about how Iowa and South Dakota are not real and no one lives there. So, all right, guys.
Ew.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.